Welcome to RestCabin. Tonight, we leave the busy waking world far behind as we journey together to a place of forgotten magic and absolute serenity. Before we begin our long walk into the quiet woods, take a moment to make yourself completely comfortable. Let your pillows hold you. Let your shoulders drop away from your ears. Take a deep, slow breath in through your nose, filling your lungs with cool, clean air, and release it with a long, soft sigh. Let your body sink deeper into your mattress. With every breath you take, the tension of the day simply melts away. Tonight, there is nowhere else you need to be, nothing else you need to do. You are safe, you are warm, and you are ready to rest. The night is vast and beautifully still. Outside, a gentle, cool breeze rustles through the grass, whispering that it is time to slow down. You close your eyes, and in the quiet sanctuary of your mind, you step onto a hidden path. The ground beneath your feet is soft, covered in a lush, thick carpet of emerald moss that cushions every single step you take. You're walking into an ancient forest, a wood that has stood untouched for thousands of years. The air here feels remarkably different. It is crisp, pure, and infused with the rich, grounding scent of old pine, damp earth, and the faint, sweet perfume of midnight flowers that only open under the light of the full moon. As you walk deeper into the forest, the canopy of massive, twisting trees closes gently above you, shielding you from the rest of the world. Through the spaces between the leaves, you can see the soft, silvery glow of the moon, casting long, gentle shadows across the forest floor. There is no rush here. Your footsteps are slow, steady, and completely unhurried. The only sound is the rhythmic, soothing symphony of nature. Far in the distance, a lone night bird sings a soft, melodic tune, its voice rising and falling like a gentle lullaby. The wind breathes through the high branches, creating a deep, resonant hum that vibrates with a sense of profound peace. With every step you take down this winding, mossy path, you feel your mind becoming clearer, your thoughts becoming lighter. The heavy weight you carried throughout the day is lifting, dissolving into the cool night air. You feel a deep, comforting connection to the earth beneath you. You are entirely present in this beautiful, quiet moment. Up ahead, the path begins to widen, opening up into a hidden clearing that feels entirely sacred. Standing in the center of this clearing, woven seamlessly into the living roots of 3 colossal ancient oak trees, is the legendary Elven library. It is a structure of breathtaking organic beauty. The walls are crafted from a smooth, pale stone that seems to absorb and softly reflect the moonlight. Massive arched windows stretch toward the roof, their glass completely clear, revealing the warm, inviting amber glow that pulses from within the sanctuary. As you approach the entrance, you notice that the grand double doors are carved from solid, dark walnut wood, adorned with delicate swirling patterns of leaves and stars. There is no lock, no barrier. This place has been waiting for you. You reach out, your hand resting against the cool, smooth wood, and press gently. The doors part with a slow, silent grace, gliding open to welcome you into a world of absolute tranquility. You step across the threshold and the door closes softly behind you, sealing out the chill of the external world. Instantly, you are wrapped in a cocoon of deep, soothing warmth. The air inside the library is thick with the comforting, nostalgic scent of ancient things. It smells of well-worn leather bindings, crisp parchment paper, dried lavender, and the sweet, resinous warmth of burning beeswax candles. The library is vast, yet it feels incredibly intimate and secure. Rows upon rows of towering bookshelves stretch up toward the high vaulted ceiling, curving around the natural shape of the giant trees. The shelves are filled with countless old books, scrolls, and manuscripts, their spines gleaming in shades of deep burgundy, forest green, and midnight blue, many embossed with shimmering gold symbols that catch the candlelight. You begin to walk down the central aisle, your feet treading on a thick, plush Persian rug that completely muffles your footsteps. The silence here is not empty. It is a full, rich silence, a quiet presence that invites your soul to rest. Hanging from the wooden rafters above are beautiful, delicate iron lanterns holding large glowing candles. Alongside them, small floating spheres of pale blue starlight drift lazily through the air, casting a soft, dreamy illumination over the room. As you wander deeper into the labyrinth of books, you pass a massive stone fireplace built into the far wall. A cedar thick of aromatic cedar wood is burning quietly. There are no loud snaps or harsh pops, just a continuous, rhythmic, low crackling sound that fills the room with a sense of timeless comfort. The orange and gold flames dance sleepily, casting long, warm shadows across the rows of books. Directly in front of the fireplace, positioned perfectly to capture the soothing warmth of the hearth, is a magnificent reading nook. It features an oversized, deep wingback chair upholstered in the softest, thickest forest green velvet. Next to the chair sits a small, polished wooden table, upon which sits a single candle and a small, beautifully carved wooden box. This space has been prepared entirely for your arrival. You walk over to the chair and slowly sit down. As you do, you sink deeply into the plush velvet cushions. The chair seems to contour perfectly to your body, supporting your back, your neck, and your tired limbs. You let your arms rest heavily on the wide armrests, feeling the incredible comfort of being completely still. You lean your head back, letting the ambient warmth of the crackling fire wash over your skin like a gentle wave. You reach over to the small wooden table and open the lid of the carved box. Inside, resting on a bed of silk, is an ancient, leather-bound journal. Its pages are thick and handmade, made of heavy cotton parchment. You lift the book gently, feeling its reassuring weight in your hands. As you open it to a random page, the crisp, clean sound of the paper turning fills the quiet space. The pages are blank, waiting, representing a mind that is empty of worries, ready to receive deep, unbroken rest. The air surrounding you remains perfectly still, holding you in its warm and protective embrace. Sitting comfortably in the deep velvet wingback chair, you feel the soft texture of the old parchment paper beneath your fingers. The ancient leather-bound journal remains open on your lap, its blank pages welcoming your peace. Every breath you take feels deep, rhythmic, and incredibly slow. You breathe in the sweet aroma of old cedar wood and soothing lavender, and you breathe out every remaining piece of tension from your day. The fire before you dances with a sleepy, hypnotic motion, its gentle golden embers casting a warm, comforting light across the polished stone floor. As you look around your cozy sanctuary, your eyes trace the beautiful grand architecture of the library. The massive wooden pillars that support the high vaulted ceiling are actually the living trunks of the great oak trees outside. Thick polished roots curve gracefully out from the stone walls, forming natural alcoves where smaller reading desks and low benches are nestled. On one of these desks, a forgotten hourglass stands, its fine silver sand completely still at the bottom, symbolizing that time has no power here. In this mystical space, hours do not matter. The ticking clocks of the waking world cannot reach you. There is only this endless, beautiful moment of absolute rest. Outside the grand arched windows, the ancient forest continues its silent nightly ritual. A soft, silvery fog begins to roll across the emerald moss, blanketed by the bright, protective rays of the full moon. The leaves of the massive trees sway gently in the night breeze, creating a sound that resembles the distant, rhythmic washing of ocean waves against a sandy shore. Hush, 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 the forest says to your mind. It is a natural lullaby, a soft call to surrender your thoughts and trust the safety of the night. You look back at the fireplace, watching a thin ribbon of blue smoke rise lazily up into the stone chimney, carrying away any lingering thoughts or worries you might have had. Slowly, you feel an invitation to explore a bit more of this magnificent room before you drift completely off to sleep. You stand up from the velvet chair, body feeling remarkably light yet wonderfully relaxed. Your feet press into the thick, plush Persian rug as you walk toward the nearest curved bookshelf. The shelves are carved from deep, dark mahogany wood that glows with a rich, natural polish. As you run your hand along the smooth wooden edges, you notice the incredible variety of books resting here. Some are small, bound in soft, worn linen of pale blue and sage green. Others are massive volumes with thick leather covers held together by beautiful clasps made of polished silver and brass. You gently pull a medium-sized book from the shelf. Its cover is made of a rare velvet-like fabric in a deep midnight blue, embossed with a simple, elegant golden crescent moon. The book feels cool and comforting in your hands. You open it softly, and the gentle sound of the heavy paper turning echoes through the quiet alcove. Inside there are no words written in black ink. Instead, the pages feature exquisite, hand-painted illustrations of beautiful, star-filled calm lakes reflecting the silver moon and quiet valleys sleeping beneath blankets of soft white snow. As you gaze at the pictures, you feel a deep wave of tranquility wash over your mind, as if the peace of those painted landscapes is transferring directly into your spirit. You close the book with a soft, satisfying click, slip it back into its rightful place on the shelf. As you do, a small floating sphere of pale blue starlight drifts down from the ceiling, hovering just a few inches above your hand. It emits no heat, only a gentle, soothing coolness and a soft, rhythmic pulse of light. The light expands and contracts slowly, perfectly synchronized with your breath. You watch it for a moment, letting its quiet rhythm guide you deeper into relaxation. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Your mind feels completely uncluttered, as vast and peaceful as the midnight sky outside. You continue your slow, leisurely walk along the perimeter of the grand library. You pass beneath a wide stone archway that leads into a separate circular chamber. In the center of this room stands a massive, beautiful fountain carved from a single piece of pure white marble. The water within the fountain does not gush or spray loudly. Instead, it flows down a series of smooth, tiered stone steps in a gentle, continuous cascade. The sound of the water is incredibly deep and resonant, a soft, hypnotic melody that mimics the natural balance, reassuring you that you are completely safe. Every element of this library has been designed to protect your peace and nurture your rest. You walk back into the main hall, feeling a wonderful, heavy tiredness beginning to settle into your muscles. Your limbs feel loose and warm, and your eyelids are starting to feel delightfully heavy. You look across the room toward your cozy reading nook by the fireplace. The cedar wood fire has burned down slightly, creating a deep, steady orange glow that fills the room with an even greater sense of warmth and intimacy. The long shadows on the walls dance in a slow, tired rhythm, as if they too are getting ready to sleep. You walk back to the green velvet wingback chair and slide comfortably back into its deep cushions. You pull the heavy midnight blue blanket back over your lap, tucking it gently around your sides. The warmth of the hearth immediately wraps around you like a physical embrace. You lean your head back against the soft velvet, letting your gaze drift out the window one last time. The moon is now at its highest point, shining down like a guardian light over the ancient forest. The silver moonlight continues to stream through the grand arched windows, painting long, gentle patterns of light across the plush Persian rug. Your body is sinking deeper and deeper into the forest green velvet chair, feeling the incredible comfort of complete immobility. The heavy midnight blue blanket wraps around you like a shield of absolute safety, holding in the soothing warmth of the nearby fireplace. Outside, the ancient trees sway in their slow, timeless dance, their leaves creating a soft, rhythmic whisper that clears away the very last remnants of your thoughts. Your mind is as quiet and still as the library around you. In the gentle stillness of the room, you watch the tiny floating spheres of pale blue starlight drift lazily through the air. They move with an effortless, floating grace, sinking and rising like glowing dust motes in a beam of morning sun. One of the spheres glides slowly toward the small wooden table beside your chair, resting right beside the flickering beeswax candle. The contrast between the warm, golden flame of the candle and the cool blue light of the starlight sphere creates a beautiful, mesmerizing harmony. You fix your gaze on this gentle light, letting its slow, steady pulse lull your mind into a deeper state of tranquility. With your eyes half closed, you listen to the delicate symphony of sounds that fills this sacred sanctuary. The marble fountain in the adjoining chamber continues its continuous, soft cascade, the sound of trickling water acting as a perfect anchor for your peace. The cedar wood fire in the hearth breathes a slow, low purr, a steady crackle that feels like a warm hand resting gently on your shoulder. Far out in the deep woods, the wind sighs through the high canopy of the oaks, a distant, muffled roar that reminds you how safe, protected, and completely isolated you are within these stone walls. Slowly, you feel your eyelids growing heavier and heavier, pulled down by a wonderful, inescapable tiredness. The muscles in your face soften completely. Your jaw relaxes, your forehead smoothens, and the tension in your temples completely melts away. Your hands rest loosely on the soft fabric of the blanket, completely still, completely at ease. Every breath you take feels like a gentle wave washing over a quiet shore, rising slowly, holding for a peaceful moment, and then receding, carrying away any final bits of alertness. You are floating on the very edge of a deep, beautiful sleep. In this state of profound relaxation, the scent of the library wraps around you more intensely. The comforting smell of old parchment, rich leather, and burning beeswax blends perfectly with the sweet, midnight fragrance of the blooming jasmine from the fountain room. It is a scent of timelessness, an aroma that tells your spirit that the rushing of the world does entirely not matter here. In this library, there are no deadlines, no expectations, and no worries about tomorrow. The only reality is this warm chair, this crackling fire, and the deep restorative rest that is waiting for you. You let your eyes close fully now, letting the visual world fade into a soft, warm darkness. Behind your closed eyelids, you can still perceive the gentle, rhythmic pulsing of the magical starlight. It is a comforting, protective presence, a soft light that guards your subconscious mind as you prepare to cross the threshold into the dream world. The ancient spirit of the Elven library seems to whisper a silent blessing over you, a promise of deep, unbroken serenity throughout the long night. You feel completely supported, completely secure, and entirely ready to let go. The heat from the fireplace continues to radiate outward, enveloping your legs and your chest in a heavy, comforting cocoon of warmth. Your body feels delightfully heavy, as if you are becoming a natural part of the chair, rooted to this spot of perfect peace. You can feel your heart beating in a slow, calm, steady rhythm, perfectly in tune with the slow crackle of the embers and the distant sigh of the wind. There is absolutely nothing left for you to do. The day is fully complete. The work is entirely done, and the night has arrived to heal your body and renew your soul. You let yourself slide just a little bit deeper into the velvet cushions, adjusting your head against the soft fabric. The blanket feels incredibly soft against your skin, a gentle reminder of the physical comfort that surrounds you. Your thoughts are no longer sharp or clear. They are shifting into subtle abstract shapes, drifting away like beautiful ribbons of smoke rising into the night sky. You are no longer thinking. You are simply being, existing in a state of pure, uncomplicated peace. The quiet world of the forest and the magical sanctuary of the library are holding you close, watching over you as you prepare to sink into the deep dark. The fire in the hearth has now burned down to a deep, steady bed of glowing red embers. The bright orange flames have transitioned into a soft, sleepy gold light that pulses gently, casting a warm and comforting glow across the dark wood of the surrounding bookshelves. The shadows on the stone walls are perfectly still now, resting alongside you in the deep silence of the library. The magical spheres of starlight have dimmed to a faint protective blue whisper, floating quietly near the ceiling like a galaxy of sleeping stars. The entire room has softened, hushed by the approach of midnight. Through the deep stillness, the rhythmic sound of the marble fountain remains, a continuous and soothing lullaby that flows seamlessly through your subconscious mind. Drop, ripple, drop, the water hums, washing away the very last echoes of the waking world. Outside, the cool forest wind has fallen into a gentle, distant sigh, a quiet murmur through the high branches of the ancient oak trees. The silvery fog has settled thickly over the emerald moss outside the grand windows, completely sealing this sanctuary away from time, space, and the noise of the external world. You are completely isolated in a cocoon of absolute safety and peace. Your body has grown beautifully, wonderfully heavy. You are completely pinned down by a deep, relaxing tiredness that feels like a heavy, warm velvet quilt, pressing you into the cushions of the chair. Your breathing is slow, deep, and effortless, a quiet rise and fall that matches the ancient rhythm of the forest itself. There are no more thoughts left in your mind. Your worries have completely dissolved into the scent of dried lavender, old parchment, and sweet beeswax that fills the warm air. Your mind is as blank and peaceful as the empty pages of the journal resting silently on your lap. You feel yourself drifting now, slipping away from the shore of consciousness into a vast, calm ocean of undisturbed rest. The boundaries of the reading room are fading into a soft, beautiful mist behind your closed eyelids. You are no longer aware of the chair, the blanket, or the room. You are simply floating in a state of pure, uncomplicated tranquility. The ancient Elven library has fulfilled its purpose, providing you with a sacred space to let go, to heal, and to restore your spirit. It will stand here, quiet and unchanging, guarding your sleep throughout the entire night. The embers in the fireplace pulse one last time, a gentle heartbeat of warmth that spreads through your body, and then they settle into a quiet, resting dimness. The silence of the library is total, rich, and protective. The night is long, the air is warm, and you are entirely safe. There is nothing left to hold on to, nothing left to think about. You're allowed to sleep. You're allowed to rest deeply without interruption until the morning sun finds its way through the leaves. Let yourself sink down into the dark. Let the peace hold you completely. Sink into the quiet, deep, restful sleep. Sleep, sleep.